Hi, I'm State Senator Ed McBroom, and March is Reading Month. It's always a great opportunity to share love of learning and try to instill in every child the value of reading. There's so much material to read, so many great books. If you don't like one type of book, there's another type. Encyclopedias, journals, biographies, science, hunting, fishing, fiction. There's just so much out there. And so if you haven't found the type you like yet, keep looking. My kids and I love this book, and this is one that I'm going to read to you. Not This Bear. Little Herman went to visit his Aunt Gert. He got off the bus at the last stop, but he still had a short walk to the house. It was very, very cold. And to keep warm, Herman pulled himself deeper inside his long, furry coat. He had pulled on his big, furry hat down over his face. He looked just like a bear, which is funny because that's exactly what a passing bear thought he looked like.
"You must be my cousin Julius," said the bear.
Grabbing Herman by the hand, the bear ran with him to the cave.
"Look who I found at the edge of the woods," he shouted.
All the bears ran over and kissed Herman hard and wet. "Cousin Julius! Cousin Julius!" they shouted. "My name is Herman," said Herman, but no one heard him. They were so excited. "I'm not a bear," he said.
"Dinner's ready,"
Mama Bear called.
"Take your places. Cousin Julius, you sit here."
When Mama Bear served the soup, all the bears lapped it up with their tongues, but not Herman. He ate politely with a spoon that he happened to have in his pocket. And when the vegetables were served, Herman ate with a fork that he had in his pocket. The bears were amazed.
My,
Big Brown Bear stared at Herman.
how smart you are to learn a trick like that.
All the bears clapped. It was as if they were watching a circus act. Poor Herman. He wasn't a bear, he was a little boy. He was sure of it, but the bears were just as sure that Herman was their cousin Julius. So, thought Herman, I'll just prove I really am a boy. He began to sing and dance and whistle. He tied his shoelaces. He stood on his head. All the things a boy knows how to do. But whatever he did, the bears still thought Herman was a bear, and they clapped even harder at his tricks.
"See what happens," said Papa, "when a bear has a chance to go to the big city and learn a trade." "What a clever cousin we have," Big Brown Bear said, and he yawned and went outside.
Big Brown Bear looked at the sky, and he announced the time of year, winter.
"After Mama's big meal, we won't have to eat again until spring," he said,
and all the bears got ready to sleep.
"Remember, we sleep for at least 2 months.
2 months, said Herman. I only sleep one night at a time. During the day, I go out and play. I'm not sleeping through the whole winter.
But all bears do, said Baby Bear.
Not this bear, answered Herman. I like the winter.
"He likes the winter," said the bears, astonished.
Yes, I like winter. I like to go sledding and to skate. I like to make snowmen and drink hot cocoa with whipped cream. I like snowball fights with my friends, and I like to make giant tracks in the snow. And besides, I have to go to school."
When Herman finished speaking, there was a long silence. Then Big Brown Bear spoke.
"Perhaps you aren't a bear after all. In fact, now that I look closer, you don't even have a nose like a bear."
"Look!" shouted a bear, removing Herman's furry coat and hat. "He's not a bear at all!" And there, shivering in the cave, stood little Herman.
"See, I am a boy," he said.
Papa Bear roared with laughter. "Oh, that's the best trick of all. The trick was on us."
Herman put on his furry coat and his hat again, and he said goodbye to all the bears.
"Come and visit us in the spring,"
they yawned after him.
"I will,"
he answered, just to be polite. and Herman began to walk toward Aunt Gert's house. He was almost out of the woods when a big black burly bear jumped out from behind the tree, and running towards Herman, the bear shouted, "Cousin Bernard! Cousin Bernard!" But Herman ran as fast as he could out of the woods. Herman was glad when he finally reached Aunt Gert's porch, and Aunt Gert was very glad to see Herman. The end.